Summary and Review of Cold Steel, The Multi-Billion-Dollar Battle for a Global Industry by Bouquet and Byron Ousey. Introduction. Cold Steel by Bouquet and Byron Ousey is a riveting account of one of the most intense corporate battles in modern history, the hostile takeover of Arcelor, the world's second-largest steelmaker, by Mittal Steel, the largest steel producer. The book delves into the high-stakes world of global finance, industrial power struggles, and the personal ambitions of key players. Through detailed research and compelling storytelling, Bouquet and Ousey unravel the complexities of the deal, offering insights into the strategic maneuvers, political influences, and corporate cultures that shape the outcome. The context of the battle. The story begins with a backdrop of the global steel industry in the early 2000s, a time when the industry was experiencing consolidation and restructuring due to oversupply, competition from low-cost producers, and the rise of emerging markets. Mittal, an Indian-born billionaire, had already made a name for himself by acquiring and turning around struggling steel plants around the world, creating Mittal Steel, a conglomerate that spanned across multiple continents. Arcelor, on the other hand, was a European giant formed through the merger of steel companies from France, Spain, and Luxembourg. It was known for its cutting-edge technology and high-quality products, but it was also encumbered by its bureaucratic structure and strong labor unions. The company's management, led by CEO Guy Dahl, was deeply entrenched in European corporate traditions and wary of the aggressive profit-driven approach that Mittal Steel embodied. The beginning of the takeover. The takeover battle began in January 2006 when Mittal Steel made an unsolicited $23 billion bid for Arcelor. The offer was initially met with outrage and resistance from Arcelor's management and shareholders, who saw Mittal's bid as a hostile move that threatened to undermine the company's European heritage and values. Arcelor's CEO, Guy Dahl, famously dismissed Mittal's offer, comparing Mittal Steel to perfume and Arcelor's to eau de cologne, underscoring the cultural and qualitative divide he perceived between the two companies. Bouquet and Ousey paint a vivid picture of the drama that unfolded in boardrooms, courtrooms, and the media. They detail the strategies employed by both sides, from Mittal's relentless pursuit and charm offensive, which included personal visits and public relations campaigns, to Arcelor's defensive tactics, including seeking alternative alliances and engaging in legal battles. The role of governments and politics. One of the most fascinating aspects of Cold Steel is its exploration of the role that governments and politics played in the takeover battle. Arcelor was seen as a symbol of European industrial might, and its potential acquisition by an outsider, especially one from India, sparked nationalistic sentiments across Europe. The French and Luxembourg governments, in particular, were vocal in their opposition to the deal, fearing job losses and the erosion of their industrial base. Bouquet and Ousey provide an in-depth analysis of how Mittal navigated these political obstacles, leveraging his connections, making strategic promises to safeguard jobs, and securing support from key stakeholders. The authors highlight the tension between globalization and protectionism, a theme that resonates beyond the steel industry and reflects broader economic and political trends. The turning point. As the battle intensified, Arcelor sought to fend off Mittal's advances by pursuing a merger with Severstal, a Russian steelmaker owned by oligarch Alexei Mordashov. This move was seen as a poison pill, designed to make Arcelor less attractive to Mittal by diluting its shares and creating a complex corporate structure. However, this strategy backfired, as it alienated Arcelor's shareholders, who felt that they were being sidelined in the decision-making process. Mittal capitalized on this discontent by sweetening his offer and launching a charm offensive to win over Arcelor's shareholders. The book details the critical moments when shareholders, initially resistant to Mittal's bid, began to shift their support, swayed by the financial benefits and Mittal's commitment to preserving Arcelor's legacy. The authors capture the tension and drama of these final negotiations, providing a blow-by-blow account of how Mittal ultimately prevailed. The aftermath and legacy. The takeover was finalized in June 2006, with Mittal Steel acquiring Arcelor for $33 billion, creating ArcelorMittal, the world's largest steel company. The book concludes by reflecting on the aftermath of the deal, examining how the merger impacted the global steel industry, the communities involved, and the individuals at the center of the battle. Bouquet and Ousey explore the integration challenges faced by the new company, from cultural clashes between the European and Indian management teams to the operational complexities of merging two large organizations. They also discuss the broader implications of the deal, including its influence on future corporate takeovers, the evolving role of multinational corporations, and the ongoing tension between national interests and global business strategies. Review and analysis. Cold Steel is a masterful blend of investigative journalism and corporate thriller. Tim Bouquet and Byron Ousey have crafted a narrative that is both informative and engaging, offering readers a front-row seat to one of the most significant corporate battles of the 21st century. The book's strengths lie in its meticulous research, balanced perspective, and ability to humanize the complex financial and strategic maneuvers involved in the takeover. One of the book's key achievements is its portrayal of the key players in the battle. Lakshmi Mittal emerges as a tenacious and strategic leader, driven by ambition and a vision for global expansion. The authors delve into his background, exploring how his experiences in India and his success in turning around failing steel plants shaped his approach to business. Mittal's ability to navigate cultural differences, build relationships, and maintain focus on his objectives is presented as a critical factor in his success. Guy Dahl, in contrast, is depicted as a traditionalist, deeply rooted in European corporate culture and resistant to the changes that globalization was bringing to the industry. The authors provide a nuanced portrayal of Dahl, showing him not as a villain, but as a leader trying to protect what he sees as the best interests of his company and its stakeholders. This balanced perspective allows readers to understand the motivations and pressures faced by both sides. The book also excels in its exploration of the broader themes and implications of the takeover. The authors highlight the clash between different corporate cultures and management styles, the impact of globalization on traditional industries, and the role of government and politics in shaping corporate outcomes. These themes are not only relevant to the specific case of ArcelorMittal, but also resonate with broader trends in the global economy. One of the book's few shortcomings is its occasional tendency to get bogged down in the technical details of the financial maneuvers and legal strategies involved in the takeover. While these details are important for understanding the complexity of the battle, they can be overwhelming for readers who are not well versed in corporate finance. However, the authors do a commendable job of breaking down these concepts and making them accessible to a general audience. The narrative style of Cold Steel is another of its strong points. Bouquet and Ousey have a knack for storytelling, and they manage to infuse the book with a sense of urgency and drama that keeps readers engaged. The pacing is brisk, with the authors skillfully balancing the need to provide detailed information with the drive to keep the story moving forward. The use of direct quotes from interviews with key figures adds authenticity and immediacy to the narrative. The book's final chapters, which explore the aftermath of the takeover and the integration challenges faced by ArcelorMittal, provide valuable insights into the long-term impact of such a major corporate deal. The authors do not shy away from discussing the difficulties and setbacks faced by the new company, including cultural clashes, management turnover, and operational challenges. This balanced assessment adds depth to the book, showing that even the most successful takeovers come with significant risks and challenges. Conclusion. Cold Steel, the multi-billion-dollar battle for a global industry, is a compelling and informative read that offers a deep dive into one of the most significant corporate battles of our time. Tim Bouquet and Byron Ousey have produced a book that is both a detailed case study of the ArcelorMittal takeover and a broader exploration of the forces shaping the global steel industry and the world economy. The book's strengths lie in its thorough research, balanced perspective, and engaging narrative style. It successfully humanizes the complex world of corporate finance, offering readers a glimpse into the motivations, strategies, and personalities of the key players involved. While the technical details may be challenging for some readers, the author's ability to explain and contextualize these aspects makes the book accessible to a broad audience. For anyone interested in global business, corporate strategy, or the impact of globalization, Cold Steel is a must-read. It not only tells the story of a high-stakes corporate battle, but also provides valuable insights into the changing dynamics of the global economy and the challenges and opportunities facing multinational corporations in the 21st century. This summary and review captures the essence of Cold Steel, providing an overview of its key themes, narrative, and implications while offering critical analysis of its strengths and weaknesses. If you need further details or have specific questions, feel free to ask.